Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 29th. This week, we are just going to jump right in here, Pisces. You have this home card and this oceans card that says bravery on it. I don't know. I've been saying to you for like 3 years now that it's time for you to get into the ocean and be a great white. I mean, I've literally said it like 1,000 times in your reading. So, I kind of feel it is time for Pisces to be bold, brave, assertive. It's like you've been training for a very long time in a tidal pool, like somewhere safe. And now the tide is coming in, and I feel it's time for you to swim out into the ocean and show the world who you really are. So, that's kind of what Pisces is supposed to do right now anyway. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy or anything like that. Like I always say, it's going to require work, and, it's going to require you to use all the things that you've learned as well. It's like, you've learned skills, and now you have to put them into practice. Now you have to, get out to the world, like I said, and show the world what you're made of. So you actually have to do something, with those skills. So that's literally what this reading is saying. You do have the Tower. It did come up in reverse. Last row is the good stuff anyway. So again, I kind of feel you could just be surprising people in a lot of ways. Although you do have this lightning card. There is lightning at the top of the Tower. So we're going to have to, look into this and see exactly what's going on. But yeah, pretty simple, straightforward stuff here. I do feel like you're holding yourself back a little bit. So, that could be where the Tower is coming in here, Pisces, because, you see that bravery card. It says ocean on it, but she's on top of the world, and you have the Earth card, which she's standing on top of the Earth, which is very interesting as well with these two cards. So I kind of feel in a lot of ways that it is going to require you to be brave. What you're about to do with your life for the next probably 20 years while Pluto is in Aquarius, and probably longer, really, probably for the rest of your life. I always tell people, it's like, astrology is not like a hard start and a hard stop. It's like after the 20 years is over, you don't stop working with the energy, right? So, you probably will be, being brave for the rest of your life, hopefully. And you'll probably be doing things to maybe stand out or get attention or be an inspiration to other people. So, again, this is something that you're probably going to be working on for a long period of time. But, that's what I see here. You have the Eight of Swords, the Hangman, which is you, and the Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords is like self-imposed restriction and holding yourself back. So you have the Ten of Wands here as well, the Nine of Wands, like I already said. So, these are kind of cards of holding yourself back a little bit. The Nine of Wands, not so much, but definitely the Ten of Wands and definitely the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things when there are many. I feel like your life is going to get easier once you get started, is literally what I'm getting. So, for those of you that have been thinking about starting something or have been planning something and haven't been getting started, the second you get started, things improve, things get easier. But I think it's almost like you're making a bigger deal out of, it's like you're making something harder than it actually is what I'm getting here, Pisces. So it's like, it's kind of interesting because I don't think this is a good or bad reading. I think it's one of those readings that I would call like a character building reading where you are being challenged in probably a good way, because it's going to obviously lead to, a lot of attention on you or a lot of success in your life or whatever the hell you're working towards, Pisces. But, but again, it's like one of those readings that's saying you have to be brave and bold and assertive, and, things will always come up and there will always be challenges and, all that other stuff. But you've had yourself in hangman mode for a long time. I feel like you haven't been making the moves that you're capable of, is really what I'm getting here, Pisces. So, I would make those moves. You have the Nine of Wands as well. Nine of Wands about opening up and opening up to new opportunities, opening up to new potentials. So, I feel it's time for you to kind of open up at this time with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is also the card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So really good of time for experimentation for you. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Time to get to work. Basically what I've been saying is that it's time for you to work diligently towards one thing. Whatever you have been learning for your whole entire life. You've probably had repeat lessons. You've probably been learning the same sorts of things with the Nine of Swords in your life. And so you're all different. And obviously, this is a general reading. So you're going to have to, put your thinking cap on and think about it, Pisces. But it's what lessons repeat in your life? What things... what things have you gone through multiple times in a row, and what have you learned because of it? If you went through a challenge and you said, well, obviously I need to correct something, and you learned something because of the challenge, what was that? Because that could give you a clue on what you're supposed to be doing in your life, or what your purpose is, or whatever you want to call it. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's time to get off the pole, Pisces. The Hangman, the Ten of Swords is simply an ending. To me, I like the Ten of Swords. He's making a symbol right here with his hands that represents a blessing. So I do feel like there is like a blessing coming in for you, or, there are blessings in general coming in for you. But it kind of says like it's time for you to start making progress. The Hangman is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and he has gained enlightenment, but now it's time for him to move forward. It's time for him to, again, get out into the ocean, right? With the Nine of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. I literally knew. It's funny that I said that because I literally knew that the Nine of Wands was talking about some sort of challenge. Because I corrected myself and I said, Nine of Wands really doesn't really represent a challenge necessarily, but I knew that those two were freaking connected because we go this way. It's like I feel for a lot of you this is just resistance. Resistance. I think that you could be the challenge for you, Pisces, is like applying old challenges to new situations in all areas of your life. I'm not even talking about just one thing or the other. This reading really isn't talking about one thing. It's talking about your whole entire life. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, this is one of those readings. It's a character building reading. It is the work that you're putting on yourself, which you could be very focused on this week. It's like maybe that's what you're focusing on is, personal development or growth or getting started on something, making February a better month than January, right? So it's like you're trying to do these things. And, I feel like the Ten of Wands and Nine of Wands is just the resistance. And again, I think that the things that go on your head, trust me, I'm a Pisces, I get it, right? But it's like the things that us Pisces create in our head are always like worse than the actual situation. So, it kind of looks to me like you're making something more complicated than it needs to be. So let's see where this is going. In the area of the unexpected, you have this time for a nap card. You have this by the book card as well. It's like the unexpected. I don't think there's anything unexpected, but this actually looks pretty good. I mean, Magician, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups. To me, this says that something is actually going according to plan. Something that you've been hoping will work out is going to work out. I think Pisces is too used to things not working out, which I've said to you before. So I think that you maybe have a history of starting a project, starting a business, starting a relationship, starting a whatever, and it just doesn't go according to plan at all. And I feel like for once, things are kind of like working for you here, Pisces, and it could be like a little bit surprising. I don't think it's like some sort of major shock or anything like that, but it could just be a little surprising. You have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. The Magician is pointing down to the Emperor to the Nine of Cups here. So the Nine of Cups is, with the Emperor there, is you hoping to take action on something that can lead to fulfillment in your life. So I feel like you're hoping to find something in your life that you can work on that, brings fulfillment or abundance. I also feel you could be trying to attract your Emperor or, take it how it resonates. Could be an Empress as well, whatever gender you're attracted to. Doesn't matter. So take it how it resonates. But, I feel some of you could be thinking about love now. It is a good year, a love year for you anyway, Pisces. So, it wouldn't surprise me if you met a person, especially at the beginning of the year here. It wouldn't surprise me if you met a person. And, the Knight of Cups could be like a knight in shining armor. Funny enough, it could be an Aquarius or a Aries, an Emperor. So, take it how it resonates. It could be a Scorpio as well. Or it could be a person who has like a lot of those signs in their chart. But I do feel there could be a little bit of love coming in for you here. I feel like this is a very traditional person, very by the book type of, you have that by the book card there. It's like they come from like a traditional family or, whatever the case may be. So, it could be that type of person, but I definitely do feel this could be love coming in for you. I also feel this is like your dream though, because again, we have this, like you're about to get out into the ocean. It's almost like Pisces doesn't realize that they are a great white. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, it's almost like you don't realize your true power, right? Or you don't realize how strong you are. But if you just stay in the tiny little tidal pool that you're in, it's like you're never going to discover what you're truly capable of. You have the Three of Cups here. People are supporting you now. I think there's more support, and I really feel that 2024 could be a year where people like understand Pisces, or it's like I don't know. I just feel like Pisces, maybe you have moments where like people like overshadow you or something like that. And I feel like this year, it's like you're going to start to notice that there are moments where it's like people are going to say like, oh, actually Pisces, said that first, or, Pisces came up with that idea for our business or whatever. It's like you're getting, I don't know. It's kind of like popping into my head that 2024 could be a year where you're finally getting credit. It's like people are finally realizing that the ideas like start with you, like in career or business or work, something like that. I don't know. There you go. Take it how it resonates. Let's see. With the Magician, you have the King of Cups here. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like this is you. I feel like you are a powerful manifester as well. So make sure to, use your words wisely. Make sure to speak positively about yourself. All that other good stuff. I kind of feel the King of Cups just talking about you and your emotions. Funny enough, where is he? He's sitting, Pisces. He is sitting in the middle of the ocean. So, I kind of feel like you are the king of the ocean right now. I feel like you are in control of your emotions, and you could be manifesting things very, very quickly. So, there you go. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Are you kidding? Definitely could be a person that you will marry if there's a person coming in for you. I am getting here that it's like a sign that you wouldn't normally go for. So, take it how it resonates. But, it could be a sign that, like, their sun sign could be a sign that you wouldn't normally go for or you wouldn't normally date or whatever. But I don't know. If it works, it works. Like I always say, I think sun sign compatibility is BS for every single person that's like, oh, I would never date a blah, blah, blah. There's like a million couples that have been together forever, right? It just takes two people who actually want to put in the work is what it requires. With the Three of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, definitely a victory coming in for you. See, I have a feeling that this is going to be good. Again, the Tower is coming up in the good stuff, but the way I read is like, I don't care. If something can come up in the good stuff, but I read intuitively, and if I don't feel that it's good intuitively, I just say it. So, but I kind of don't know how I feel about the Tower. Like on one hand, I feel that it is coming up in the good stuff, and that you could be rebuilding after you have been through towers or challenges in your life. I also feel it could be a pleasant surprise as well. But on the other hand, you have this lightning card, which says control your anger or something like that. I don't know. I can't read it from here, but I'll read it to you in just a second. And so I kind of also feel that it's saying like, watch your words, be careful what you say to people and control your anger. Don't have any outbursts or anything like that. But now having the Ace of Swords here, this to me kind of looks like positive karma, or, like you could be, it's almost like you could be getting some sort of karmic reward or something, but, it's not a full message yet. So, let's see what comes up. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Bull card. It says plenty of material things. There you go. So a lot of success. You have this Lightning card that says control your anger or you will be sorry. Definitely. I'd say no outbursts at this time. Try to control that stuff. Try to control the emotions, right? We have a lot of emotional control stuff here. And so I would like control yourself. Not that you wouldn't. I don't think, Pisces isn't necessarily known for their outbursts or anything like that. But what I will say is, that's kind of true, but also as a Pisces, I can tell you sometimes it's like I've been at those places in my life where it builds up, and I explode, right? So I think, Pisces needs to learn, if you haven't yet learned how to transmute your emotions or whatever, take that energy and put it into something else, then, I would definitely watch your anger. But again, if you find yourself getting angry again, what I had to learn at a young age is that I had to take that energy and, number one, communicate, right? So things don't build up. that like eliminates 90% of the problems. And then the problems that I can't communicate my way through, right? I just need to take that energy and put it into something and turn it into something else. You are a magician, Pisces. So, really, Pisces is a magician, right? The Magician card, yes, I understand is not Pisces. I'm sure someone's going to correct me. Yes, I understand that. I'm talking about just energetically in general. Pisces is the magician, a magician, able to transmute energy. So I would take that energy and turn it into something else. Do something productive with it if you need to. You have the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, and the Nine of Swords. I feel like someone's trying to get you out of character, so I would be careful of that. If there's like a person in your life who is trying to, mess with your head or, interrupt your character, make you look bad or something like that, I would definitely be careful of that with this energy, for sure. Everything that's going on here. It could be an Aries or something like that. The Ten of Wands, though, personally, I like the Ten of Wands. He's about to get to his village here, and this is a harvest that he is carrying, the Ten of Wands. So he's about to have a harvest. I feel like you are about to have a harvest. You have the Emperor here. It's almost like people are trying to see if you really deserve to be where you are, is what I'm getting here, Pisces. And it's like you're on top of the world here at the beginning of the reading. So it's like, I think when you're on top, the reason people who are on top get attacked or whatever is because it's almost like people are trying to see, like, does this person really, are they really who they say they are? They can't be this way. It's almost like there could be people in your life that are saying, like, there's no way that this can be Pisces, right? And so I feel like you just have to be a boss. Like, he isn't doing anything. He's just sitting there, and he is letting the results speak for themselves. And that's what I feel like you need to do, Pisces, is all you need to do is just let your results speak for themselves. There's nothing you need to say, do, be, have, nothing, right? You just have to sit there, and it's like people who know the truth are going to know the truth, and it's just that simple. You have the Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords can be a never-ending nightmare. We're going to have to see what this is because I'm not really picking up on anything. What I will say is if you're not getting the results you want in life, that, this could be due to comfort. He has this blanket right here, and that blanket can represent a comfort blanket. He kind of needs to leave a comfort zone, that comfort blanket. He's in a situation, but it's like not painful enough for him to get out of the situation. The story of the Nine of Swords is that like he's in pain, but it's not painful enough for him to get up and do something about it. And so what's the next step after the Nine of Swords, right? You might be saying Ten of Swords, but really the next step is the Tower. Usually if we do not end a situation that is painful, the universe makes it happen with the Tower. So that could be why you have the Tower here. The good news is that it's showing up in the good news. So that could be telling me that you are making a correction before it gets painful enough, right? And a lot of people do this. Like I was watching a podcast like a long ass time ago. I think it was Chris Williamson actually, but he was talking about some sort of effect. I can't remember what it's called, but basically, people get to certain levels in life. They develop a comfort zone. They never really go up. Sometimes they go down, but they never break through the barriers because they develop a comfort zone and they never, they stop doing the things that would cause growth, right? And, I'm paraphrasing here, but I kind of feel that you need to continue to do things that cause growth. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Six of Cups here. Could be a soulmate coming in for you. I would say that if you are attracting love here, that it would be a person who makes your life easier. Like I feel it's very clear that a person coming in, it's like they won't add any burdens to your life. I feel, and again, to me, I think Pisces for the next 20 years, I think you're going to be one busy MFer, right? So that's what I would say to you, Pisces. You're going to be busy as long as you leave the Nine of Swords. So again, you definitely don't need complication, right? So I feel like you could be attracting a person. And again, I think if you have choices in love that, pick the person that does not complicate your life. With the Emperor, you have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords is just about opening up to other ways of doing things. I think we all need to stay flexible, so, just be open to other ways of doing things in life. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Death card. Yeah, definitely, it could be a Scorpio coming in for you, Pisces, or it could be someone who has a lot of Scorpio in their chart, which makes sense. I mean, to me, Pisces and Scorpio is a perfect match anyway, so definitely could be a Scorpio, but again, doesn't have to be. It could be a person who has a bunch of Scorpio in their chart, but I kind of feel like this is an ending here. It's like something needs to die, and we have this right here, which the King is dead on the Death Rider, and I'm telling you right now, I think that, this year we could see a lot of like kings, like stepping down, kings and queens and things like that. The Tower comes up like crazy. I've been talking about this for months. Literally, last time I talked about this, one time I talked about it, the Queen died, right? Then something else happened the last time. Oh, the Queen of Denmark, she stepped down as well. We're just going to see more stuff with kings and queens because, Pluto going into Aquarius, crossing the cusp of Capricorn, like, duh. Like, this stuff is just, like, obvious to me. Like, how no one else has predicted this. I'm like, it's so obvious in the astrology, right? But anyway, what I would say here is that on a personal level, there is something that maybe is a king. There is something that is an establishment. Nine of Swords kind of says there needs to be something that's been established in your life maybe needs to come to an end, and that's what we get here. It doesn't have to be, it's not even a person. I'm not saying like a king, like a person. It could be a comfort zone with the Nine of Swords. It could be some sort of habit you have or something like that. But I feel like that'll set you free if you are like thinking about letting go of something or releasing something. Next in the area of the good stuff, you have this moving in silence card. Yes, it says moving in silence while you continue to build. Yes, you are building something. I definitely feel in silence. Again, I'm pretty sure I've been saying to you 900,000 times now that I think that Pisces, like all of a sudden, you're going to pop out into the world with like whatever you've created and people are going to be like, how the hell did you do that? And, that's going to be the story of Pisces for the next 20 years. So, get to work and don't say anything. It says silence is the best way to increase your personal power. Sharing too much too soon. Not everyone is trustworthy. Yes, be careful who you talk to here for sure. You have this card that says, give yourself some credit for how far you've come. I definitely feel you need to do that. You have the Tower, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Cups here. The Tower is, of course, the Tower being reduced down to a foundation, but it can also be a card of, ignoring reality. So I personally like the Tower anyway. The Tower, they're being brought back down to earth so they can see reality. So you could be seeing the reality of a situation. You could also be seeing someone kind of like acting out of character here is what I'm getting. Like that lightning card, that lightning card might not be you. You might be getting the truth on a person. So if you've dealt with a person, this could be in like work or business or whatever, there could be like some sort of truth coming out here. And I feel like it sets you free in some way, whatever the truth is. You have the Three of Swords, again, coming up in the good stuff. So this would say that you are healing or you have healed to a certain point. Again, I do think that with Saturn and Pisces, it's definitely a good time to make sure you're staying healthy, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're, doing all the good, good self-care and all that other stuff. So, I would definitely do that here. And you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like a wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. So I do feel like there is a wish. Nine of Cups is also about matching an energy, and you have the Magician pointing down to the Nine of Cups. So I think that all you have to do to get what you want at this time is just be in the energy of what you want. It's just that simple. With the Tower, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands about leaving a comfort zone. It's like I'm not going to sugarcoat it with this Tower. It is coming up in the good stuff, so it's probably not going to be bad. I have a feeling that everyone's going to get the Tower. We're in a time of the Tower, so I have a feeling that everyone's going to get the Tower. But what I will say is that if there are any opportunities for you to get cameras to focus, if there are any opportunities for you to step out into the world, leave a comfort zone, do something different with your life, I would definitely do it. He is standing at the top of of a castle here on the Two of Wands. He has already built the castle. It's almost like it's time for you to build a new, bigger kingdom in your life, Pisces. And it's like if you don't do it, the universe is going to do it for you. And you're probably not going to like it, right? So again, be the great white, jump out into the ocean, and start taking action on whatever new thing you're doing here, because it looks pretty good to me. With the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. Very interesting. I'm wondering if you had haters or something like that here, Pisces. Like maybe you had someone who told lies on you or things like that. I feel like people could be seeing the truth now. I remember, what was I saying? It's like people are seeing that you are the origin or something like that is kind of what I was getting. I think I said that on the Three of Cups maybe or something like that, where I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something about work. It's like people are going to be seeing that like all the good ideas and stuff come from Pisces, right? And, I kind of get the same thing here. So if someone like stole your ideas at work or in your career, or, this could even be in love as well. If like someone lied about you or told stories about you or whatever, it's almost like people are seeing the truth on you, about you or something. I kind of feel like maybe this might not be for all of you, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe people turn their back on you and you didn't even know why. And I think that it's because someone lied about you or something. And it's like that is changing, or something is changing here. I don't know. Weird. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes. This is all you need to focus on right here. Right here is your own emotions, your own feelings. Ace of Pentacles is something that needs to be nurtured into existence. Ace of Pentacles is like a big seed, a big opportunity that you need to take advantage of. So as long as you are taking advantage of the opportunities in your life, you will be very successful there, Pisces. But sure, we're going to pull 5 main themes with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Why not? But let's see here, Pisces. You have this bluff card. It's like, this is like a card of calling someone's bluff, but that's not really like the feeling I get here. I feel like someone thinks you're playing games. Like if you have a past person or something here, Pisces, I think they think that you're, especially if there's been like a Tower recently or something with a past person, I think they think you're playing games, but you're not. I don't know. It's popping into my head. I also feel that, again, this is like a card of surprising people as well. So again, I think you're surprising people. We talked about this. You have this Resistance card. Can't make that up. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, the 8 of Swords. So these are all cards of resistance and needing to push past those points where you would normally give up. So, I would push past resistance. Next, you have this Order card. I think you're bringing order to your life, or your life is becoming more orderly in general. Pisces, right here, this is the Sun in Pisces. You have this Vision card. I feel like you need to maintain your vision. It's like whatever you're dreaming of or whatever you think you can create, you are creating it. So keep moving towards it, whatever it is. And finally, you have 2 cards. You have this Inheritance card and this Submission card. Very interesting. That Submission card, there's this bird in this cage, and the cage door is open. So I really feel that, there could be opportunities for you, or you're keeping yourself stuck when you could set yourself free. And, again, this reading really gives me that vibe where it's like I said, it's not like a good or bad reading, but there is clearly, the best way I could describe what I feel here is that I feel there's going to be some sort of character building moment this week, but not even a bad thing. I think the universe is just saying, like, if you want to, start a new business or go get a new job, I think, or, go date a person. It's like the universe is saying, okay, like, let's go and do it. Go get out in public. Go for a job interview. Start that business. Take the first step, or, see what you're capable of. I think that's like a better way to put it, is that you need to see what you are capable of, but you have to take action to do that, right? And I kind of feel like that's what this reading is talking about here. I like it though, because if you do it, you will be successful, and you will be like, oh my God, I'm a great white shark, and so it will just be the revelation that you are truly powerful, and that's like what needs to happen here. So I hope that makes sense. There you go. Thank you for being here, Pisces, and definitely enjoy your week.